Hi Taurus, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot weekly tarot for the week of November 13th through November 19th. I swear I can't get out of the introduction with your readings without cards popping out like phew. So apparently you've been needing some important messages. Yes, that Aquarian age is here, okay? And so the more we can focus on that and that energy shifting and compassion, right? And healing, the quicker we're going to see it. And your emotions, your emotional contribution to the collective, keep in mind, okay? So it's important to nurture your emotions. It's important to prioritize yourself. It's important to feel joy, even when it feels like collectively there's so much hurt and chaos, because that builds momentum, right, for that shift, okay? And so you can give your love and blessings to people while still nourishing yourself, and because we need that drive, right? And so we need to be in touch with ourselves and really feel that passion for change, okay? But yeah, I mean, because it can be hard, you know, but we really need to keep our vibration high, and not in a sense of ignoring what's happening collectively, but if we believe that collectively our power can change the world, then we have to actually show up and give that power, right, to the collective. And, you know, it's like putting a reminder on your phone to send out, you know, positive energy to the collective and healing energy to the collective. You're nurturing, right, Taurus? So it's important that we see this responsibility of doing our job, in the sense of, if we're not surrounded in turmoil or chaos, that we really put that positive energy out there. And if we are, that we see still gratitude in our lives, okay? All right, so everything is really based on perspective, all right? And we just are starting out the week with the new moon in Scorpio. Death, birth, transformation in a new moon, yeah. Like getting out there, leaving everything behind, big risks, okay? Also a reminder too, that Pisces is in Uranus and Saturn, and that is really the emphasis of hard work and compassion. So you're really getting a lot of like determination and compassion, and like using both of those to really take you somewhere new. Forget everything you know and just dive into it, right? That's the energy that this new moon in Scorpio is giving to the collective. So when it comes to reactionary impulsive behavior, we really want to have, be mindful of our energy, right? Because there are times where our shadow will play tricks on us and to keep us in a toxic cycle. So it could be like this new opportunity, but all it's going to do is keep us in some cycle that we're already in. If we are not, you know, thinking before we act, if you will, or thinking before we speak, right? But it's going to be a positive change, I think. And I think that you are having your intentions in the right place, if you will. But then next week, you know, we have Sagittarius season, and that's really going to be the taking action, okay? So we're in the transformation. We're leaving something behind. We're accepting a challenge because we have Saturn and Pisces direct, which is giving us that compassionate, like, yes, you can do this, kind of like the universe is your cheerleader right now type of energy, right? And that's what this is. And it's a whole new path, okay? So it's interesting because Aries got something, they're leaving something behind, and specifically it seems like a person or a job, but you are really getting a strongly, specifically new path, right? A whole new path. And something stagnant is just getting left behind. So I'm getting excited for you. Congratulations, Taurus. You also, in November, we have, or it wasn't Uranus, I'm sorry, in Pisces. Uranus is in Taurus. That's why you were getting that. Thank you, brain. But it's Neptune in Pisces with Saturn, because Neptune, you know, dreams, and Saturn, challenges and building resilience. But Jupiter and Uranus are in your sign, okay? So you have the luck, right? to move forward in this, okay? So I'm really seeing astrologically, this is set up for you in a wonderful way. But that's indicating lucky breaks. Uranus and Taurus, Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus is really indicating lucky breaks. And for you, I think it's going to be very evident, yeah. Especially when it comes to relationships. There's some sort of lucky break. Like maybe it's been that you've been in this cycle of relationships where it's just like you've been like, you know, out in the dating scene forever. And like every time it seems like it's going to be like the one. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, it's not, you know. Yeah, you're getting it all. And it's, you know, maybe you were just Goldilocks, like trying to find her porridge or whatever. But what I also want people to remember too about this Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus in November is lucky breaks in the manner of you are going to see these synchronicities, right? Like where these just people pop into your life or opportunities pop into your life and it's like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. We're getting really excited. And it might not be like extremely fast moving, but please be patient because all of this that's happening with this conjunction is just giving a hint of what's to come in spring 2024. Okay. So let's be mindful of that instant gratification trap that we fall into, that we just want it now. Give it time to grow. Okay. Nurture it, right? Do the hard work. Like that's why Saturn is giving us so much help. We have that determination to put in the extra hours, right? The extra time into our career, our relationships, our kids. Like there's just this extra energy to push forward. And so please, please, please do not get that earth energy of just wanting to stay stuck in the ground, if you will, like root and like not move. Like this is the time to really push through. Okay. Yeah. And just know that like all the hard work, it builds your resilience. All right. Okay. And if you are a parent, like it's so important to teach that, you know, resilience is so important for childhood development. And unfortunately, I think we can see that, you know, there is a big lack of childhood development in the manner of emotional regulation and resilience, okay? There's unfortunately some misconceptions of resilience, I feel like, and the idea of, you know, kids can deal with it, they're resilient. Like that's, you don't put kids in situations that aren't good for them just because they're resilient. You know what I mean? Like you want to nurture resilience just like you nurture anything else, okay? But yeah, this new moon, huge. And boundaries, so important. And maybe that's where like you might have some fears about opening yourself up too. Interesting. Maybe because of past relationships. Okay. And again, there's nothing wrong with boundaries, and anybody who respects you will respect your boundaries regardless. But yeah, this is going to be a really powerful new moon, I'm telling you. All right, I think we are going to, but it's a turning point. Okay, so yeah, if you do have that fear with your boundaries, like if it's coming from fear, right, and not instinct of something being bad, that's where that shadow work comes in, right? And so when we do allow ourselves to embrace our shadow, it knows it doesn't have to be scared and like protect us, if you will, okay? All right, so let's dive into it, because yeah, you are getting liberated though, that's for darn sure. All right, so let's see what we got for Taurus for November 13th through November 19th, 2023. Yeah, somebody's coming in who has this emotional maturity almost. You know, it's like you don't trust it almost because it's not what you were used to. And so it almost feels uncomfortable because like you've been in this cycle that like you keep getting the same thing, even though it's like a different person every time, but like it ends up being like the same energy. And this is that idea of like, it almost feels wrong because it's right. But you like make sure that you put in the work, okay? And like I said, I think this is really like put in the work with your shadow. And this is ruled by Taurus, all right? So you really do have to have faith and allow that inner light to shine. All right, great. Okay, So last week's energy coming into this week is the Six of Cups. Now, this is ruled by Scorpio, okay? This is like childhood nostalgia. It also can be escapism though too. So we're going to clarify this because we need to know if this is in the sense of our inner child, you know, feeling liberated, or if this is in the sense of seeing things from the past better than they were. Okay, so we'll go back to this because I can't really read right now necessarily what this is, but sometimes, especially too, like I said, with the energy coming from the shuffle, we could be looking back at things with nostalgia where, or honestly too though, it could be that you are seeing how certain things from your past helped you grow to be the person you are, because Saturn just turned direct in Pisces, and we're kind of seeing the need and reasons for certain challenges in our life. Okay. All right. So this week's energy is the Eight of Coins, and this is a reminder to keep your vibration high and to keep focused on work. Because a reminder, emphasis, hard work and compassion and lucky breaks, okay? So if there's something like you feel like you are lacking in knowledge in a certain area, empower yourself to just go out there. And you don't need to like buy a workshop. Just go on YouTube. Okay, seriously, I believe that especially with like streaming networks getting to be so absurdly expensive, I really feel like people are just going to shift to YouTube and free content because it's just not worth it. You know what I mean? And yeah, so if there's something you need to learn it. If you're looking to sell your art or your crafts, whatever it is, like, or even if you have knowledge and like you want to do workshops, do you know what I mean? Like get it organized, okay? But there's something really about training and learning and taking pleasure in honest work. That's the other thing, because like going back to that instant gratification mentality of like, I want it now because everything comes to us instantly now, we have to be mindful that, you know, for a plant to grow, we need to give it time. We need to give it water, emotions. You know what I mean? Like we need to give it sun, passion. And so make sure that you understand that time is an illusion, okay? And this is what is amazing because again, so this is for this new moon, but next week we have the Ace of Swords, and this is determination, right? So there is something where you are seeing that this patience is paying off, okay? And don't be scared of new ideas, all right? That's really important, okay? And you are really prepared to move forward in a new direction. So like seeing that Six of Swords and now seeing this Ace of Swords, like this is really liberating and free, okay? And so I think it is finally, and this is thoughts, you know what I mean? Thoughts and how we speak. And so I think this is just like, yeah, leave all of those fears behind and just go for it, right? Determination is such a big emphasis of this. Okay, so let's clarify that Six of Cups because I want to know what side of the coin this Six of Cups is. All right, so why is the Six of Cups here last week for Taurus? Why is the Six of Cups here last week for Taurus? Six of Cups. All right, why is the Six of Cups here last week for Taurus? Six of Cups. Yeah. This is your shadow. Okay, you got the Devil for the clarifier. That's the clarifier. Like if I was going to have a clarifier that really made me realize what it is, it's your shadow. Okay, and the Devil, reminder, your shadow's just trying to keep you safe in the comforts of what it knows, even with what it knows is not good for you. Okay, this is ruled by Capricorn too. So like I said, we're seeing the Capricorn paradigm shadow collectively. And obviously that's going to have influence on us, but a reminder that we have influence on it too. So what was I saying in the beginning? How important it is that you do the personal work. Because the more of us that do our personal work, the less power the collective shadow has on all of us, okay? All right, because yeah, there's something where you're seeing a certain situation with this sense of nostalgia that is actually not good for you, okay? But you're moving forward. I mean, I think if anything, like you're really learning these lessons. And and you're really overcoming something, okay? So let's clarify the 8 of coins. Why is the 8 of coins here last week for Taurus? Or not last week, I'm sorry. Why is the 8 of coins here this week for Taurus? Yeah. Obviously, Scorpio new moon. You're really like seeing this, and then this Ace of Swords next week. I'm getting that World card. You know what I mean? Where like your arms are open and you are liberated and embracing this new chapter. You know what I mean? Like this is cutting all that attachment, cutting the cords, if you will, to the past, and giving credit. Like, yes, this is the biggest focus. You have to focus on what you have, okay? Seeing all the blessings in your life. All of this taught you something to take you to where you are now and bringing you, harmonious relationships. There's something about this in your shadow and relationships in a certain pattern, okay? And it's a choice, though. It's always a choice. And like I said, I think that choice is coming next week. All right, so let's clarify the Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords here next week for Taurus? Why is the Ace of Swords here next week for Taurus? Okay, definitely not taking all those cards. All right. Why is the Ace of Swords here next week for Taurus? Why is the Ace of Swords here next week for Taurus? Definitely feel like whatever this is with relationships too. Also, reminder too, like if you are a parent, how important it is that we do this work for ourselves, because then we're more mindful when we're parenting, right? Because we can see the things that trigger us from our childhood and when we become parents. And just in general, everybody's getting so triggered right now, right? And in all areas, in the collective. And we just really want to be mindful of understanding where this stuff comes from, right? We're too much of a reactionary society where it's like, if we could actually go within and get to the root of everything. Otherwise, it just keeps repeating. It doesn't matter. If you keep doing, that's the point of the shadow. Like, if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results, okay? But the Ace of Swords is clarified by the 5, wow, okay. So it's clarified by the 5 of Cups, which is Mars and Scorpio. And I believe you're having that assertiveness, if you will, to not be the victim, right? It's what Pam Greger always says. Are you going to be a victim of the universe or a co-creator? And you are choosing to be a co-creator, Taurus, okay? So this is for you specifically because of this reading. This is turning these disappointments into stepping stones. You're utilizing that Saturn energy. You're rising up to the challenge, right? You've got the resilience to shift this. And you got the Ace of Coins with it. All right. So this is that new opportunity getting started. Like, you are ready. Okay. Interesting too, because like you can see this coin from last week's energy, like it's been blocked from your shadow, right? Your shadow's been blocking this financial abundance. I'm also getting a sense of health, like good health. Like your shadow is like, if it's the idea of eating or drinking something that's not good for you and it's going to make you sick, but just like the enjoyment you get in that 5 minutes is worth it, now we're realizing it's not worth it. And when I do shift all this around, when I take control of my health and I give energy and love to my health, all of a sudden my financial health begins to be more positive too. You know what I mean? So this is all fantastic though. I'm loving this. And yeah, clearly heavy week with everything going on, but it is pushing you. So stay focused on just taking yourself to the next level, okay? So let's get one empowering question and then we'll close this out for Taurus. All right. One clarifying, empowering question for Taurus. Interesting. All right, so your empowering question is, what is my gift to the world? I love that. So I think this is perfect because it could be something too where you're scared. like you've had like a dream since childhood, and maybe you've been thinking about it. Like, let's say, you know, you wanted to be a singer and you've always been scared to sing. And all of a sudden now you're getting this idea that you really want to pursue it, right? And so you have to, you know, train and do all the work that you want to do, or that you wanted to be an influencer and you're scared to put yourself out there. There's something where I think you've been getting these thoughts coming in your head of what you want to do, but you're like, I don't know how to do it. Where do I start? You know, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, if you just start working towards it, my goodness, look what's coming for you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Taurus. If you did, please do like, comment, and share with other people you think it might resonate with. Also, please subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot so you get notifications of when new videos do pop up. And check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a more in-depth look at the week ahead. But get ready for an amazing, abundant, life-changing week, Taurus.